Do you ever find yourself in your sent files or searching your email to find a message because you needed to send the exact same response to someone who asked you a similar question? If so, then Gmail templates are for you. As educators, I think we often find ourselves saying the same things over and over. So templates used to be called canned responses, but now they're called templates. And I'd like to show you how to build one so that this can make your life easier. So in order to get started, first you'll want to go, while you're in your email, go to the settings gear and choose see all settings. And this will load all of your Gmail settings. There's quite a lot in here. So if you haven't had time to check this out, you really should sometime. Your first step is to click on the word advanced. So you'll want to make sure that templates are enabled inside your email. While you're in here, notice that you can also enable things like custom keyboard shortcuts. So again, you should check this out when you have time. So once you've enabled templates, you can go back to your inbox and you can get started. So what I've done is I've composed a draft to save some time. So because I work in technology, one of the questions I get pretty frequently is when people ask me to recommend a printer. So I find myself always digging in my email because there's a specific procedure in our school system where you can find recommended printers. And so I send out the same email over and over. So I've decided to build a template. So what I've done is I have gone one more time to my sent file and I've found the email that I usually send out. I've pasted it here in a blank email, a draft, and I've called it in the subject line printer recommendation. So when I'm ready, once I have my draft the way I want it to be, I go down to the bottom right of this message box and I click on the three dots. Then I go to templates. So when I hover over templates, it's going to show me any templates I've already made. And you see I have a couple here. But I also see something that says save draft as template. Save, oops, sorry. And then I go save as new template. So by default, whatever's in my subject line will become the title of my template. But if I don't like that, I can change it. But I'm just going to leave this as printer recommendation. And I'll save this as a template. So now the next time someone asks me for a printer recommendation, it's going to be super easy for me to retrieve that and send it. And so look here, someone has asked me for a printer recommendation. So I click on their email, I click reply, and I just go back down to these three dots in the bottom right of the message box, hover over templates. It's loading my templates. I click on printer recommendation and voila. Suddenly my template appears and I can just click send. That's how fast I can do it now because I've made a template. So if you're feeling sassy, you can do things like connect filters with templates. So if we go back to Gmail settings, and that's where you build a filter. So what a filter does is it tells certain messages in your inbox to do certain things. So in my settings, I'm going to click on filters and blocked addresses and then create a new filter. So this is where I can direct my messages to do specific things. So if I set this up to where if the subject line contains the word printer recommendation, I make a filter for that. So first I put the subject in, I click create filter, and then I get options. What do you want to do with emails that have printer recommendation in the subject line? I can star them. I could mark as read, but look what I can also do. I can automatically send the template. And if I choose printer recommendation, and I click Create Filter, what will then happen is that every time I get an email that contains those words in the subject line, it will automatically mark it as read, and it will send out my template response without me having to do anything. And so templates are just a way that you can, like I said, make your life easier. And do you know anyone who doesn't need some of that? So check it out.